Hi there, Virgo. Hi, Virgos. Welcome to my channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. My name is Kirsten, and I have your love dynamic spread all laid out for you for the month of July for your coupled relationship. Whether you are single or married, if you're in a couple relationship, this is an energetic reading that describes the dynamics that you'll be facing throughout the month of July. And I'm using my love dynamics deck, the upright and reversed editions, to uh, do the spread. Behind each card is a list of 8 categories that tells you the dynamic of the relationship, what's going on. If you're interested in owning this deck and working with it, it's great for beginners as well as seasoned readers. The information will be in my description box. Okay, let's get started with your reading. Um, as always, first row is the early part of the month, mid-month, end of the month, third row. All right, this column is your energy, this column is your partner's energy, and this is the dynamic of the relationship. Okay, so let's get started. So I feel like this relationship wants a fresh start, but somebody is stuck in indecision. The Two of Swords says neither of you wants to be the one to make a hard call. It's easier to say I don't know than face the truth. One of you is still healing from pain or betrayal. Looks like it's the partner. And one of you is still healing from, so one of you wants peace um, and forgiveness and to move forward, but not at the cost of having to feel all the pain over again. So this rose says that this love is real that you have with your partner, and the pain is real too. And the middle is avoidance. You both care, you both feel stuck, trying again and not wanting to hurt again. And no decision equals no movement. No decision is an answer. Just know that. Mid-month, I see that you get tired of waiting. You're the Eight of Wands reversed. Tired of things going nowhere. Tired of the tension sitting in the air. And you're frustrated with delays. But maybe you're not saying it out loud because there's no communication in the Eight of Wands reverse. The challenge is the Three of Coins, to move beyond surface or friendly connection and to build real teamwork, or to overcome outside interference, a lack of effort that blocks progress. I feel like this connection can't stay halfway. You can't build a long-term bond with short-term effort. So if you're doing more of the work emotionally or mentally, you're beginning to feel it now, Virgo. And your partner is showing the Four of Coins reversed. And that means they're about to crack. They're either going to open up emotionally or detach and walk away. It depends on how safe and seen they feel. If they're holding back, it's because they don't trust what happens if they let go. So I feel like you want real progress, but don't feel it's happening. And that could be because they're holding back. And when they do finally release, it's going to be all or nothing. Final row, we have the Four of Wands, the Strength reversed, the Devil, and the Page of Swords. If you like this reading, please hit the thumbs up button and the thumbs up and click on the bell to be notified when I post new readings, and subscribe to the channel. It's brand new and need your support. Thank you in advance for subscribing. If you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. Virgo, I feel like you want to restore peace by the end of the month. You're all about stabilizing things, even if you're unsure what it'll look like in the long term. You're going to try to create calm, stability, maybe even suggest a reunion or a compromise with the partner. Strength reverses the challenge. It's a challenge to have confidence this will work out. You might feel unsure of yourself or the situation and let fear steer you, especially if your partner acts distant or intense. Spirit says, don't let your fear of abandonment make you act like it's all okay when it's not. The devil as your partner's future action energy is a red flag. This shows jealousy, control, toxic behavior creeping in. This doesn't mean that this energy is a villain, but it does mean that they're still working from a place of fear or ego and not from a place of love. The Page of Swords as the outcome says that you're going to have a talk or a conversation, but it might be surface level. There's curiosity, some honesty, maybe even some spying or testing, but it's not the deep healing conversation that will clear the air and that's needed. So I feel like you try to stabilize things by the end of the month. They may act out of fear or cling from fear. A conversation will happen, but more needs to be said. Reading the columns, just kind of, hold on a second, bunch these up a little bit so you can see them all. Reading the columns, right? It all starts with a deep feeling of love. There's love here that you have for the partner, but an emotional start doesn't get the momentum that is needed early in the month. And then there's delay or lack of follow through that creates confusion. Now you're trying to bring things back into balance and stability because you want to feel safe again. So that's overall what's happening for you. In the partner's energy through the month, we have the Three of Swords reversed, the Four of Coins reversed, and the Devil. So they're carrying old wounds that they're still trying to heal or process. They want to heal, but they also want control. This is a very controlling energy here. When they feel vulnerable, that's their go-to mode. They retreat or get reactive. The devil says that their fear might drive their behavior, not their love. And that's what needs to be addressed. So it's not you, it's them. Frankly, like putting it bluntly, it's not you, it's them. You're doing um, you're doing the good work and you're making the effort from a place of love, but they're um, challenged to overcome their fear and insecurity. That's what's blocking the relationship is their partner's fear and insecurity. So nobody's making any tough decisions. You're both dancing around the real issue and hoping that effort alone will save the day. But it's kind of one-sided. And it's not just all about work. It's about confidence, trust, and power dynamics. Strength reverse says insecurity, fear, and ego are the hidden puppeteers at work. So I would say this connection can be saved, but it requires vulnerability and truth. Either of you avoids the hard talk or plays it safe to avoid the pain, right? And so the relationship will stay stuck in a holding pattern. The partner needs to confront their fears. Partner needs to confront their fears of loss and release control. And Virgo, you need to speak from clarity, not from fear of disappointing them. So I predict that there will be a conversation this month, but it may still dance around the deeper truth. And if no one calls it out, this cycle will repeat. But if you can both speak on it, opens the door for real healing to happen. So don't wait for them to get it. Say what you need to say, Virgo. And if they can't meet you in truth, then don't let guilt bind you to them or to the past. So I hope that this reading um, resonated and made sense. And if it did, please leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know. I'd love to have your feedback on the reading and on the cards and how they work. Yeah, if you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box.